going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Monday, the 27th of January. Sorry, coming to you with a really late video. To be honest with you, I didn't feel like I wasn't up to it earlier this morning. I really wasn't. Actually, I had one recorded yesterday, and then I guess about 45 minutes before the news broke to the whole world about Kobe, I got a text from somebody that covers a lot of Los Angeles sports out there. And Jason, again, appreciate you letting me know. Him and I talk a lot because he covers the Dodgers. That's his main team. But during his off season, he does do some work with the Lakers as well as the Clippers. So he sent me that, and then I thought it was a sick joke. And then, of course, about a half hour later, I see it come across the TV, and then just kind of stopped for me right there. So, again, I've spent the last 24 hours or better trying to wrap my brain around all this. Everybody knows that I'm one of the most diehard Michael Jordan fans and admirers that has ever been. But Kobe was somebody special. Kobe was somebody that was also a part of my generation. And I watched him from the time he was in high school to when he retired. I was in 4 different cities the year he retired just to catch as many games as I could. Met him in 2005. Saw him play live in the postseason. So, and I've said many times before, I hate when people make the comparison to someone to Michael, because LeBron's not it. But I've said many times, if there's ever anyone that could be remotely compared to Michael, it's Kobe. And he'll leave a legacy that will never, ever go away. And being that I'm a father, have daughters, and a wife, it was even more awful to hear about Gianna, his daughter, and what his wife and the rest of their 3 children must be going through. So, to be honest with you, I highly debated this morning not doing anything. Luckily, I had gotten all my work done yesterday before I was told and the news broke. So plays were already out, but I got up this morning and again, when I was just trying to wrap my brain around everything, and I was like, maybe I just, I take a day and reflect. But then I started thinking back to, Kobe as a ball player and that Mamba mentality and everything that he stood for. And I was like, man, I said, we don't know each other like that. We've met a couple of times, but I think he would tell anyone, don't let your grind and your hustle and what you're trying to achieve in life and be great at, don't let it stop because of me. And, you still got to do your thing. So I got up at that moment, started working. Here we are. Again, sorry for the late video, but it is what it is. At least I'm getting one out. Let's do a recap for yesterday, and then we'll do a week recap for the week. I'm going to start doing this on Mondays, since I don't do a live show on Mondays. I'm going to do it. We will be going live tomorrow. Come hell or high water, I plan on going live at my normal time, 11 a.m. I will be in Philadelphia after that. So I'll actually be in his hometown. So that's going to be, man, it's going to be rough. Anyway, yesterday, one play in the Pro Bowl. I actually had a premium play. The AFC versus the NFC over. We got it at 52 points. I know some people got it at 53 by the time they played it. Either way, it went over. So we went 1-0 there. NBA, Boston Celtics just couldn't get it going late where they really had their late rallies. So we did drop the Boston Celtics +1. We took the Memphis Grizzlies on the money line -130. Some people took the spread at -2, 2.5. Either way, they took care of business pretty handily. The Brooklyn Nets, we had them +1.5. Obviously, these plays were released, again, a while before any of the news was broken, and even about 30 minutes before I got the news. And then, of course, I didn't get the news about Kyrie not playing until about 10 minutes prior to tip-off. Had I known that sooner, I'd have pulled Brooklyn off the card. Again, I'm not a Kyrie fan, but knowing that he was affected and knowing that this is one of those instances where Kyrie is going to be the biggest difference maker in the game, I would have pulled it off the card. So I apologize for that one. I'm going to take the blame for that one. But the Brooklyn Nets plus 1.5 did not come through. But it's okay because then we get into college basketball. We had 3 plays yesterday. Ryder plus 1, nice easy win there. Houston minus 12.5, an easy win. And then our top play of the day was Oregon minus 11.5. Don't know why there was so much money coming in on UCLA. A lot of people didn't like that play. I got a lot of emails about that from people that got my plays and did not agree with me for whatever reason. And I keep telling them, I said, Oregon's best in the Pac-12. If you don't want to buy into it and you want to buy into a team that's where the ground's crumbling beneath them right now with UCLA, it's up to you. But I'm rolling with it, and obviously it took care of business, so a 3-0 day there. So in total, yet another winning day, 5-2. If you rate it by unit, you picked up just under 5 units or right at 5 units for the day. Another fantastic day. So basically all 7 days of the week we were turning profit. To do a weekly recap, obviously we can do it one of 2 ways because I'm not going to include in the initial recap for the week the game of the week that we had, because obviously everybody doesn't get the game of the week. The game of the week is obviously for people that are on the 1-year all access pass or people that purchased that play. So yes, some people were on the play. I actually had a lot of people on the play, but not everybody was on it, obviously. Let's see. Let's go back. Let me pull up my spreadsheet for everything. So in total, going into yesterday, it was just a great week. Couldn't have asked for much better. Top plays were going good. We laid off of some top plays 2 days last week just because nothing really made the cut, which I'll tell people 100 times over. There are times where I will do that, and it's just the smart thing to do. Some people don't like it when I do it. Oh, well, if something doesn't rate in the system high enough, it is what it is. So on the 20th, so starting this week, this goes back for the last 7 days. So in the last 7 days on the 20th, that was probably we had a pretty large card that day, 5 wins, 4 losses, but we did not have a top play that day, so you picked up, again, if you rate it by unit, 1 unit for every premium, stepping up to 3 units for your daily top plays. On that day, going 5 and 4, counting juice, you would have picked up about a half unit. The next day was the only losing day that we had, going 1 and 2 with no top play, so you would have dropped just over 1 unit. On the 22nd, we went 10 wins and 3 losses, 2 of those wins being top plays, so you would have picked up just under 11 units in total, 10.7 to be exact. On the 23rd, 6 wins, 1 loss. 1 of those wins was a top play. Juice calculated in just over 7.5 units, just under 7.6 to be exact. Then we get into the 24th, 5 wins, 2 losses, no top plays, just for about 2.7 units of profit. Then we get into the 25th, which was Saturday, and just in the normal top plays and premium plays, 6 wins, 5 losses. 2 of those games were top plays, 1 loss, 1 win there. So you would have picked up about 0.3 of a unit in that. But then if you were on the game of the year, we say if you do 1 unit for a premium, 3 units for a top play, you're going to do 5 units for a game of the week. That game of the week was Vermont minus 16. Some people got it at 16.5. It was a 30-point blowout. So for the day, you would have picked up well over 5 units if you were on that. So in total, going into Sunday, it was a fantastic day. Then obviously Sunday was a 5-2 day in total with a top play. So that would have made it 38 wins and 19 losses in total. And let me look at something here. Yep, so 38 wins, 19 losses in total. There would have been 4 top play wins, 1 top play loss, and then obviously the game of the week. The game of the week I'm not including in that 38 and 19. So at 67% at 38 and 19. Obviously, you see it for itself. 4-1 in the top plays, so over 90% there. 5-1 or 1-0, however you want to look at it when you count the game of the week that was a winner. So, guys, it speaks for itself. If you want on a winning package, chasewins.com. There is no other solution. If you want to get on with people that, again, I'm not even going to say nothing. It speaks for itself, guys. So, anyway, a fantastic week. This week's going to be no different. I actually like this week's card more than I do last week because we have NHL back. You got to keep in mind, 3 of those days we didn't even have, or 4 of those days, we didn't even have NHL. And NHL has been hitting over 75% in premiums, over 85% in top plays for the entire season. So I expect this week to be even better because now we get to incorporate NHL back into the mix, which will be something that I'm looking forward to. Let's get on a free play. I'll give you one official free play, and then I give you a couple that I just want you to look at. The official free play, I'm actually going to roll today with the Miami Heat. I think the Heat have all the pieces in place today to do their thing. It just dropped from 6 back to 5.5. The game opened at 4. When I did this, I broke it down. I've got Miami minus 8.5. I think that just with everything going on, I think that every team is going to play. They're going to play hard. They're going to play lights out. They're going to play with just raw emotion due to everything. But I think that now the Heat are kind of getting some pieces back. The injury trail that they've been on is starting to see the tail end of it. And Orlando's just been struggling here of late, especially on the road. We've made a lot of money off of Orlando, but on the road is where they tend to give you a scare. Being that it's an in-state rivalry, being of everything that's going on this week, I just see Miami, if both teams come in and truly play lights out and give it their absolute all 110%, Miami has the pieces that Orlando doesn't have. So I'm going to lay 5.5 with the Miami Heat tonight to take care of business at home in Miami. A couple of games I want you to look at that I think the lines are a little bit off. Northern Colorado catching 2 points on the road at Eastern Washington. I actually see that line backwards. I think Northern Colorado should be laying 2 points. Again, talk about home court, so it really could go either way, but if I was forced to lay my money on it, I would actually take the 2 points and take Northern Colorado. And then another game that I want you to look at is North Carolina catching 6.5. Again, North Carolina State on paper is the better team, especially because of the way North Carolina's played for this season. But even though North Carolina's played as bad as they have, they're still the best rebounding team in the country, averaging over 40 rebounds a game. And that's one area that North Carolina State struggles in. So you take that into the mix along with Roy Williams and his, decades of coaching. I think he's only lost 4 times to NC State. I mean, he absolutely owns that rivalry, and it's not even close. That is the little brother of that Tobacco Road type rivalry where, that Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area. Duke, North Carolina is a rivalry. North Carolina State's not. North Carolina State wishes it was a rivalry. It's nothing more than a practice session in most instances for North Carolina. But being on the road, being that North Carolina State is much improved from previous years that we've seen here in the past, 5-6 seasons, it is going to be tough for North Carolina. But I think with the Roy Williams effect, I think they're riding that high off of the Miami game and the rebounding disadvantage that they're going to have to North Carolina. I'm not saying that I see North Carolina winning outright, but I think 6.5 is just a bit too much. So maybe you toss a little bit of fun money there, and that would be, about it, truth be told. Texas Southern laying 14. That's another one that I'd look at as far as a lean goes. But, again, those are leans. But if you want the premium plays in the top play, go to chasewins.com. $50 will get you a 3-day pass. $99 will get you a 7-day pass. $299 will get you a month pass. And like I said, 38-19, you want to hit almost 70% winners, get top play winners that are hitting over 90% and do it for something that cheap. I've got people that bought a $50 package last week and made over $4,000. That's not a bad return for a $50 investment, right? So jump on chasewins.com. Sorry for the late video, and we'll get it up as quickly as we can. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for a normal time video and a live show at 11. Again, sorry for the late video. It's just been a rough couple days. Rest in peace, Mamba. You will always be remembered. Thank you for everything you did for the sports world, the game, and just for the world in general. See you guys.